Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode of the Yambulance conversion here at Yam Squad HQ. Today's episode is going to be the first part, or showing you the first part of the stripping the van process. So if you don't know, I have bought an ambulance to convert into a tiny home on wheels. There she is over there. But I'm just going to show you what I've taken out of the ambulance over the next few days and then rewind a little bit and show you the process itself. Not going to take too long, because I know that can just be a bit boring, but for those of you that find it interesting, it will be there. So firstly, I'm just going to show you what I have removed. So these right here, that's the cupboards that were on the side of the van. This side here, you can see them in there. That was the cupboards that sort of up high, and so I want to reuse them. Maybe not in the exact combination, but at least some of them. Then you've got the fiberglass walls that were in there, lots of that. And here in the shed, maybe the Yam Cave V5, 650, we've got lots of parts of the Yambulance. So parts of the ambulance, the gurney track holders, got a winch here, oxygen bottle holders, windows, they'll be going back in, different parts of the headliner, ambulance seats as well, a cement mixer, lawnmower, power washer. This is the cupboard that came in the Yambulance as well, and lots of different parts here, and just loads of parts to come out of the Yambulance. But this all came out the Yambulance, and imagine how much it weighs. So the Yambulance is actually weighed to 4,000 kilos, which I'm going to downplay it to 3.5, so I don't need an extra bit on my license here in the UK. But with taking all of this out, I've probably taken at least 500 to 600 kilos out, but I'm going to approximate closer to a ton of weight out of the van, literally a ton of weight out of the van itself. So it's going to be way under the 3.5 kilo weight limit for my license anyway, but I still have to make sure it's all done the right way. So now we're going to take you through the process of how all of that came out, from basically from the last video where I was starting the process to now where all of this has been removed. And then I will see you after some stuff's been taken out. Oh yeah! And that is the cupboard that's taken me a long time to get out. Just so many hidden screws, so many bits of silicone that I didn't know was there to figure it out. But now we have these cupboards here, these cupboards here, the cupboard here, all out, and then we're working on the cupboards at the back there along with the cupboards along the sides and the bulkhead as well. As you can see, quite a lot of wires back there and a lot to deal with. And there's a lot of wires underneath the bulkhead as well to deal with. But big progress made, and it's quite cool to see the van sort of becoming more of a shell, and then finding out, okay, what space can be used, what things can be put back in, what things won't be put back in, etc. But now it's time to take this seat out, because we couldn't take the seat out before because that cupboard that I just took out was covering the wheel arch cover which the seat is attached to. And there's a lot of things like that, things are on top of things, on top of other things, on top of other things. So I start one thing, like taking the cupboard out, and I realise I have to take some oxygen covers out, the battery cover out, And try other cupboards, you have to take other things out, etc, etc. So learning along the way, but it is an exciting and interesting journey and learning the whole time. So hopefully I can keep getting more things out without too much difficulty, and then we'll keep on going until we can put things back in. One down. And that is the bulkhead out of the van. Taken a long time to get to this stage. A lot has happened, a lot of things that I didn't quite know about, that like hidden bolts, hidden screws, lots and lots of silicon in here, like the amount of insulation in here, very impressive. A lot of the ambulances online I've seen before hasn't really been that good, but there's plenty in here, and I can add bits that I can kind of see that need a little bit but not too much. The aluminium paneling here that I didn't expect to actually be this extensive is going to be probably a really good thing to keep in. It's all riveted in, and I don't really want to remove those rivets and then re-drill back or re-rivet it back in with the risk of damaging it for unnecessary work, especially if it's already insulated behind. But it's been an awesome journey so far, learning a lot about vans for one, but now it's time for all of this. All of these things here, all of that, all of these, all here, all of these cables. So I've been moving a lot of cables to get that bulkhead out, and there's a lot of cables still to be removed, but the next stage is to basically get rid of everything else that I don't need, and pretty much everything else now is the cabling. There's so much in this van that is so good. Like there's an AC unit, the proper AC unit that's outrageously powerful, and same with the diesel heater. I was going to get a diesel heater that was going to do the job really well, but it wasn't to this level. It's the one that came with the van is a D4 Eberspacher Airtronic, so a bit older but very, very good, especially if it works. I need to actually test it out. The AC unit, this bad boy right here, not actually sure what it is. SPAL? S-P-A-L, I think, but I'm not sure what model number, whatever. But that's connected to the radiator, we're pretty sure. So that's not coming out, that's going to come back in and be perfect for those Scottish summers where I need to cool down after a good row. But again, been awesome to sort of rip everything out and coming back to the van itself, and now kind of see what space I have to work with. And there's quite a lot of space actually, and I'm just imagining what can go where every day, and I'm really excited to see where things can go. And thank you so much to everyone from the support from the last video. Some people who have already built the vans, very local to me, reached out, having a little bit of a chat of what their van's like, what mistakes they've made, what I shouldn't do, what I should do, and any help as well that I've really appreciated. If you do know anyone that's converted a van, or know someone that maybe a YouTube I should go watch to help with some ideas, well, let me know in the comments below. If you want to help out, whether it's helping out with the wiring or ideas or making something to go in the van, decals for outside, anything that you might think would be helpful, you can either let me know in the comments below or DM me on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll see if we can get in touch and see what we can do together. But now, I'm going to chill out for a little bit because I've been pretty full on with the van over the last few days, and then we're going to tackle this mess of cables, which I think it could take me upwards of a week because there's just so much, and I don't want to damage the actual van electrics itself. So a lot of it is just spliced straight into sort of the van battery, and so we'll kind of see how that goes. Wish me luck, Yam Squad, and as always, remember to subscribe if we haven't already. If anyone hasn't already, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next episode of the Yambulance conversion, where I tackle the electrics. Wish me luck.